We're excited. Yeah. We're anticipating, right? This is a healthy kind of nervous that comes from taking a big step. But it's so positive, and it's going to be so good. And we talk a lot about support, and that's important. Support, accountability, right? And you hear those things all the time when we're talking about big goals and weight loss and all these things. But what you have right now is concrete steps. And to me, that means so much more than support, accountability. Those are real abstract. We've nailed down a program that works for you. So this is not one of those things like, ooh, I hope this works for me. I'm going to cut out this whole food group. You know, let the Hunger Games begin. Here we go. We're going to show you how to feed yourselves to lose fat. Just like you walked into this gym and you made the active approach to lose this weight, to get fit, to gain muscle, to get healthy. That's how you're going to eat. Okay? So instead of being very passive and gearing up for 6 weeks of misery, I'm going to teach you how to eat to lose fat. So that every time you eat one of your meals and snacks, you just lost a little bit of fat. I'm not going to cut out any food groups. And I'm not going to force you to eat foods you don't like. So if that was anything you're scared of, just relax. Okay? So again, why I think diets fail. Because I don't feel like they're teaching programs. I feel like they're passive, I feel like they're restrictive, and I feel like they are a short-term mindset. Okay? They don't offer a reasonable sustainability plan. Like Ginger just told you, Lauren is up to over 60 pounds. Holly, they're still going because this is sustainable, and it does work in real-life situations. We're going to talk about eating out. We're going to talk about what to do. Tracy's probably bored. We've been working together a while. We're going to talk about what to do. Sorry about that cracker, though. It's got to go. But on date nights, we're going to talk about what to include and what not to include to hit your goal. On this 6-week phase, you're going to be on a leaning cycle, obviously, because we're trying very quickly. In 6 weeks, we're trying to lose 20 pounds. That's our goal. So that's how we're going to eat. There are 2 main factors in this program. I have a backstory that's not that interesting, but I will say that I had kids kind of later on in life, and that after I did that, and I'm a trainer too. So after I did that, and I was, working out, and everything just kept getting worse. Like, how does this happen? A huge factor as we get older, right, is hormones, and just the imbalances over a long period of time. The surges of insulin, the lack of glucagon, cortisol, we've all heard about this. What do we do about it? We don't want to take medication, right? We want to do something about it and correct it. So leveling your hormones is key. So when you're trying to lose excess body fat and gain lean muscle mass, so basically do things the right, healthy way. When that's your goal, you have to use food to do that. The body doesn't want to multitask. So if you're working and you're in this gym and you're killing it and trying to lose this weight, but you're starving yourself, okay? You're not eating enough. You're not fueling your workouts. Or you've gone low to no carb, right? What does that do? It sends your body in ketosis. What's ketosis? It's an emergency state. It's all hands on deck. We're freaking out. What do we do, okay? If that's your goal, is to get fit and get healthy, your body is going to take care of the inflammation and the emergency state first. And it is not going to be able to gain lean muscle mass and get rid of the excess body fat because it's not calm and cool, right? We want a calm, neutral environment. So level hormones equal a happy, energetic body that's ready to perform and quickly recover. If you're just now getting into the gym, you're going to be so sore. Let's just say it, you are. You're about to be really, really sore. Like this, sit down on the potty this sore. Okay? Embrace it, right? Embrace it because that's what change feels like. And eat in a way where you can recover quickly so it doesn't hang around for days. Like you feel sore, you move past it, you're right back in the gym training just as hard as you were on the day that crippled you. Okay? So how do we do that? Talk about hormones. How do we do that? We do that by eating all of our macronutrients. And so when I say macros, and that's what we're going to talk about mostly, we're talking about proteins, carbs, and fats. Think about them like your primary colors of nutrition. All foods are made up of those three things. Some are just singular, right? They're just a carb, fat, or protein. And some of them, in a lot of foods, are combinations of 2 or 3 of them. So your body needs all of these things to perform at an optimal level. And I'll say this over and over. This is not weight loss for the sake of weight loss. Okay? This is not unhealthy. This is eating to gain lean muscle mass while losing excess body fat. And you need protein, you need carbs, and you need fat to make that happen. When you eat them in very specific ratios. So again, we're eating specifically to lose fat. And so we're going to dial it in a little bit tighter than just eating healthy or eating clean. So what eating healthy will do is it will make you healthier. It will make your health overall better. But we're trying to lose fat. So we're going to eat to lose fat. And we do that by eating our food in blocks. Okay? Call it a block. It's a neat little package of all of your macronutrients in very specific ratios. And you'll see that in your packets. So one block is 7 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbs, and 1.5 grams of fat. That's your leaning block. Your meals and snacks can and will be different amounts of blocks, right? So if you're eating a 2-block meal, a 2-block breakfast, that's telling you you have 14 grams of protein, 18 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat. Okay? If you're eating a 3-block meal, again, it's 21 grams of protein, 27 grams of carbs, and 4.5 grams of fat. It's always in those multiples. Okay? So, hormones, we've talked about that. You eat in specific ratios. That's how we get those hormones level. And then the second part of 10 Fitness Nutrition is your metabolism. That's everybody's favorite thing to place blame on, right? Well, the kids. But then metabolism. Like, my metabolism is just gone. It died. It's broken. Can't get it back. Well, your metabolism is one of the easier things to get back, because what your metabolism is your digestion. That's what I want you to think about your metabolism as, is your body efficiently and effectively burning fuel. So you've heard it before. What kind of fuel is going to burn best? It's whole natural foods. That's what's going to let your body do its natural processes and get everything revved and burning. So you have to eat for it to burn. If you don't eat, everything stops. Everything holds. And you're eventually going to have to eat, right? Let's just be real. We're going to have to eat. And so when your body does receive that food, it holds it on for dear life, because God knows when they're going to feed us again. And that's just kind of what happens. So your metabolism does not slow down just because you get older. It is a factor, but that's not even the biggest reason. It slows down. Like, the bigger reason it slows down is because we've had more years, more time to do bad stuff to it. But we can get it back. As much as we wish it weren't true, a calorie doesn't equal a calorie. And that's why I don't promote just macro tracking or just calorie counting. Yes, you have a very specific number of macros that I'm asking you to eat in a day. But you could, if I just gave you the macros, you could eat a cheesecake for breakfast and turkey for the rest of the day. We hit your macros, right? But what did you do to your metabolism? What did you do to your whole fitness process? You wrecked it. So this makes it dial in a little bit tighter. And again, eating healthy or eating clean is not the same as eating to lose fat or eating to gain muscle. It's different. Okay, when you add the appropriate nutrition with a well-designed fitness plan, which you all have, you've got a trainer, gold standard, level 10, awesome, led by a trainer, great class. You're going to get excellent results. What we need from you is consistency. Show up to the gym. Just lose your excuses about why you can't eat your meal, why you can't come into the gym tonight. I know things come up. I really do. And I know you're not going to be perfect because we're people, but any kind of excuse you can let go for these 6 weeks, just do it. Just do it for 6 weeks. You've made the decision. You're here. You're literally invested in this. Okay? So as you start going through that detox as you start kind of say that little devil on your shoulder starts doing that, what are you even doing here? This sucks. This food shit. I ate everything. I'm leaving. I'm done. You remind yourself that you've made this decision and that the time to decide if it was worth it, if the work is worth it, is after this 6 weeks. That's when you can evaluate and decide if this is for you. But I can tell you, I've never had anybody that hit their goal, that lost their 20 pounds or gained the right amount of muscle, did the work, nose to the grindstone, stuck it out and said, yeah, I think I'm just going to go back to eating my pizza and drinking my beer. I've never had anybody regret it. You probably have a lot of questions. I try not to give too much information. All I'm asking you to do is eat food. I'm not going to sell you a supplement or try to get you on my direct order mail. Okay? This is just about learning to use food. Because think about what supplements are, guys. The name tells you it's a supplement to the food you eat. What are we supplementing if we don't know how to eat yet? How do we know where our holes are? So let's take care of the big picture first. Let's put the horse before the cart and learn how to eat. Okay. What questions do we have?